Stellar Blade releases on June 11th on PC, where it sits at number 2 currently on pre-orders. It will have 25 new outfits, and these outfits will also be available on the PS5 version for free. The PC Complete Edition will include the Nier Automata DLC and the new Nikke crossover DLC. On the PS5, you will be able to purchase the Nikke DLC, which will contain a boss battle and more cosmetics, including outfits. There is one possible concern in that Steam is potentially going to have de novo and country restrictions. They say they are currently working on it, but that will be up to Sony to decide. They have already convinced Sony to have no PSN requirements, but you can sign up for the bonus costume through a linked account. Here is hoping that the success of this game has given Shift Up the self-sufficiency to release further games without Sony, so they can avoid the self-sabotage like how Sony does their PC stuff. Something many people will remember from the shocking success of Helldivers 2, which was immediately followed by just as shocking of an attempt by Sony to completely ruin the rare goodwill they had gained from one of the only games in their massive live service push that ended up doing quite well. The base game will include a new boss, who, if he is anything like the final handful of bosses in the game already, will be quite the challenge on the highest difficulty. This boss will give a cosmetic hairstyle and song. It is unclear if he must be beaten on the highest difficulty, as was required for one of the outfits that released with Boss Rush mode when it came out. If so, we will have a guide on this channel for any hard mode bosses required for cosmetics, much like we did for the previous boss. Stellar Blade is a fantastic game, my 2024 Game of the Year, in a year that was already packed with excellent games. Naturally, Eve got a great deal of attention. She was positively received by almost everyone, while making the game's media extremely angry that a developer was daring to make a game that appealed to gamers, a capital crime in an industry they thought they were the kings of. While undeniable that the character design of this game is absolutely amazing, Stellar Blade needs more recognition for being a great game beyond the beautiful visual elements. The soundtrack is top tier, the parry and dodge based combat has a flow that feels intuitive and satisfying to master. Monsters have unique, creepy designs, and this is a small studio, Shift Up, and this was their first big console single player release. Naturally, they had Nikke live service game before, so it was in many ways startling to see them make a single-player, combat-focused game that has over 100 outfits that can be obtained all by playing the game. A feature that right now feels like something unique in its own way, and showing a consumer-friendly game can still be made and do exceptionally well in the modern era. This is a success story that is also one that should give people some hope. As we cover the marathon art theft debacle, it is honestly refreshing and positive to see Stellar Blade and Nier Automata collab, to see games that have similar themes be able to work together in a positive way, for their developers to openly respect each other and praise each other's games. Stellar Blade's director has also visited the studio of another game to look forward to that is coming very soon, Phantom Blade Zero. This is what I want to see gaming be. What gaming once felt like, where developers were able to respect each other and work together to make gaming a better place. Something that feels so oppositional to the likes of Shadow of War patenting the Nemesis system and Pokemon trying to destroy Palworld with patents and lawyer bullying. Patents which take away from the gaming industry, that if it becomes a patent gold rush can leave us very quickly in a situation where nobody can make any game at all other than the ones that they have already made before. So for those concerned with negativity in gaming, there's a lot to be happy about when it comes to AA and indie studios right now. And there's more great news. Shift Up had hinted at this before, but on top of their mysterious Project Witches, who knows, maybe this will take inspiration from Dragon's Crown, the studio has now also confirmed they are working on Stellar Blade 2. Subscribe for games industry commentary and check out showcases for all released Stellar Blade outfits, as well as simple to the point guides on how to obtain them. We also have guides on all collectible cans in the game, and when the new content releases, we will cover all new cosmetics, as well as hard mode boss rush guides for the new bosses as needed.